seemed like that, didn't it? Like, after he lost the Nexus, his one goal was really just go all in. He did put down that Nexus for a while, Son, where he canceled at the last second to go for that all in. Maybe trying some mind games there, but just not enough.
I'll write them out. Zest able to squeak out that robotics facility meant that he had so much better scouting information compared to Son. He knew exactly what was going on, and he just played it perfectly from there on out. He does take that game number 1. The next map here is going to be Iron Fortress. Another big map for game number 2.
Should see some more Stalker vs. Stalker action here. Very distant third and fourth bases on this map, so it's a bit harder to go into that macro game that Zest desires so much. Sure, we're going to see more aggression from Son as well. Zest doesn't like that light at all.
He really doesn't like the light, man. This is like the story of the series. It's not even Son versus Zest. Zest versus the light. From the global casting desk over here.
Yeah, man, we're causing problems here tonight.
Well, guys, the countdown has started. We are about to jump into game number 2 here between Zest and Son. Let's do it. Up here in the top right in the blue, our KT Protoss here up 1 game. It is Zest.
Down here in the bottom left, the other Protoss player, Son. Now, Son, what can you do, mate? You got to come back into this one. Down a game already. Best of 5, though. You can afford one more, or he's really going to start sweating. Went for that Blink Stalk early in last game, but yeah, didn't work out.
You know, normally I would call that move like a bit of a confident move. He sees a weakness in his opponent, but I almost see that as a non-confident move where he's just like, oh, I'm too far behind, I have to do this, where he almost feels forced, and it just comes out all wrong. You know, he's like forcing that all in, so he's fighting in the choke and just dying. It just looks so weak. It really brings back the memories from the series against Sue.
Yeah, he gets in this sort of situation, this mindset where he essentially is throwing these games away, like doing these over-aggressive moves that don't make sense. We'll see what he can do this game, though. I doubt it affected him too much. It was a bad situation, and he got red, which is the biggest thing of all from Zest.
Yeah. Zest played that so well. I mean, he didn't even commit to a second Immortal until he absolutely had to, and he sat there in a concave with just enough energy on his sentries to do, 3 rounds of force fields to buy himself enough time to get out enough stalkers.
Yeah. Both players going for that early 2 gas.
Yeah, it looks like Son's gateway was slightly ahead, so he does get a slightly faster cybernetics core, and that next probe is slightly behind.
That's right. Seeing Probe Scout go to the bottom left. Zest actually be the only one scouting this game. Looks like San really just being very greedy, just focusing on that economy. Wants to get out, probably a Stalker and Mothership ASAP.
Ooh, Sentry to begin things. He might be looking to take a faster expand here.
Yeah, you might be right there, Valdez.
And I love the fact that Zest is scouting here. He's saying, okay, I beat you in game number 1. I think I'm better than you. I can commit to this scout. It's just a good idea in general. Just to know exactly what your opponent is doing. Make sure he's not doing anything sneaky. He misses that pylon. May throw him off a bit.
Well, Stargate is actually going to be the choice for San as well. Somehow gets away with it. No extra scouting from Zest Probe. Just going to go home. Be like, okay, I saw what I had to see. Sentry. I think things would be a little bit different as well if you saw a Sentry come out.
Yeah, for sure.
You'd be like, what is going on here?
What?
What?
He's still going to move out on the map. Maybe he's seen the builds You know, sometimes the pro gamers, they know so much, like even just the timing, the exact amount of gas that's on his mind, or just how fast that Cybernetics core was. He's like, oh, you're going for the Sentry build.
Yeah, that's right.
And but he's not going to commit to anything just here. Going to send his Stalker across.
Oracle is going to be the choice in the same build from Zest. 3-gate, fast with Stalker. He's going to have a Mothership sitting at home, so Photon Overcharge will be the counter to this Oracle to begin things off. Let's see if Zest can go for a bit of a counterattack behind this. He wants to keep the aggression on. Trading shields with Sunstalker.
This probe of San is going to get a pylon down to the bottom right, but it's not too close just yet. He wants to get a closer one. He's going to try to put one near this third base, it looks like, of Zest.
Look at this. We see a hallucinated Oracle from San actually going towards Zest base. I think this might actually force Zest to make that Photon Overcharge happen a little too early. We'll see if he's going to wait and maybe get a shot off with that Stalker first.
I think he just may. Let's see. It's coming in.
Oh, he knows.
Wow.
Oh, Zest is so smart. Oh, my God.
That's awesome.
That is so good. That is beautiful play there. Just very intelligent, very experienced.
And look at this. He's got 5 Stalkers here at the front of San's base. San has got 4 and 1 Sentry. We'll be able to force field that ramp.
I think Zest might be waiting for this Oracle to come in. He sees the second one. He might be thinking, yeah, you're the real one.
Jeez, man.
Wow. He's actually going to get into the main base as well, Zest. He's going to be able to start picking away at stuff. He has an inferior amount of soldiers at this point, at the front at least.
But at the same time, he's got that blink, whereas the blink of San is not yet done. Also want to point out, in order for San to pull off this build, he has no Mothership Core.
Yeah, that is a good point.
No Photon Overcharge, and that's really going to hurt San here.
Oh, wow, taking a lot of damage, actually. Nice blinks from Zest, not losing any so far. Traded out that Sentry as well. And guess what? DTs are going to be on the way in 20 game seconds. That Shrine is closing to finish. Closing to finish, fellas.
Yeah. Closing to finish right now.
Closing that finish. We might be
closing it up. Closing shop on this game.
We're shutting the door soon.
Yep. And sniping that Sentry is going to be huge as well. He's not going to be able to force field it. The Oracle is still all the way across the map. He's going to have no detection for this.
He just ran through. There was no block on the ramp. I think that's it.
He's going to lose so many probes here, at least. He's getting no damage done as well on the other side of the map.
Oh, man. There is nothing he can do here. He's going to have to wait for that Oracle to come home.
And that is going to take a long time.
That is insane damage. Absolutely ridiculous. You know what? Zest might actually be fishing for that Oracle as well.
He definitely could. You know, he could just blink on top of the Oracle.
He kills the Oracle. What are you going to do?
Yeah, looks like he's going to take the more passive route, just back off. He knows he's done his damage. He's just going to put down an Nexus. I think this is also very smart.
Oh, whoa. San actually activates that, he activates the Envision, but there's no need.
Yeah.
That means maybe Zest can come back at a later time and just use
if he realized that, he definitely could. But I'm not sure if he did.
That's actually a really proxy dog Shrine, by the way. That is sitting right there. That's pretty out there. He might lose that tech. He might lose it.
San hasn't seen it. Yeah, he's just going to move across the map.
Looks like he's going to go for a counterattack. Interesting.
This may look very much like the other game, except this joke is going to be much harder. Okay, he has spotted it.
He sees the Dark Shrine. Oh, no.
But even at this point in time, the only detection San has on the map is that one Oracle. And he may find this DT, but what about on the attack? What if Zest just warps in another DT?
There's nothing he could do.
No.
Nothing at all. Well, we are going to see that big attack come from San. Unfortunately for him, though, the Mothership Core is waiting with a lot of energy, and that Nexus and the Natural gone up already.
There's that Photon Overcharge. Blink coming down. No DT just yet. He's just going to warp it here.
DT in the main.
There's nothing to defend, though.
Well, there's probes, I guess. Oh, it nearly ran out. I thought it ran out for a second there.
It's going for the Stalker. Nice rounds here. And the fight going down. Guardian Shield definitely going to help out Zest in this fight, but he definitely has less Stalkers here. Has to be careful about that.
And DT Shrine warped in defensively now. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to run away.
This is exactly what we were talking about. He's not going to have a close pylon here in a bit. Now the DT just getting to work on the Stalkers, and Zest looking good to take game number 2 here once again.
Completely shut down. Ahead in economy, ahead in a base. DT Shrine remains alive as well, which is a problem. Oh, man.
Look at DT just getting work the entire time. Finally gets that detection down. And a pretty nice concave, I suppose, for San, but now he's just got less stalkers. And the Mother Support coming in here. Time Warp going to go down. That should be game. GG.
Domination from Zest, just really choosing the right build, dealing with the mind game San and trying to throw it in with those hallucinated oracles.
Yeah. This is kind of what we expected, to be honest. You know, Zest really bringing it to San. San looking very non-confident these days. And not much of a difference here in this series.
Yeah, well, San's really going to have to figure something out because he is down to 1 life left. If he loses the next game, he is out of Star League Season 3. Definitely making it on through.
Next map is going to be Echo. It's going to be a 2-player map. Maybe we see a bit more of a cheese here out of San. Maybe try to grab one